Just in case you thought a film about ballooning was so much hot air, you're in for a very rude shock.
Are you right? Yep. Damon, pull the line in. Pull it in. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Someone give me a hand, please. Pull on it.
Because this is the story of a balloon race that went very wrong. A balloon race in which the world's best flyers came together only to be thrashed by three lively girls from New South Wales. We follow their antics and meet the crazy characters of the outback as we dash from one side of Australia to the other.
Good day, mate. Good day, mate.
No. Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Join us now as we compete in our very own hot air affair.
My feelings are that this is going to be a lot of fun, and that's the main reason why we're going to do it. But
Ros Davies, 42 years old, mother of two, and chief pilot of a balloon so new it's never even been flown.
As of a couple of days ago, I'm your observer.
Jackie Colazar, flying for the first time in her life and responsible for feeding this all-girl Aussie crew.
Backup with retrieving the vehicle and keeping everyone sustained. So I'd like your orders now as to what you'd like for nibbles in between trips.
And Christine Mulligan, a veteran flyer from Australia's ballooning capital, Canowindra.
And I've been flying with Rosie for 5 or 6 years now, and we've had a lot of fun together, and that's why I'm coming on this race, have a lot more fun.
Together, these girls and their ground crew, John and Greg, will challenge 77 of the world's most skilled ballooning teams in an exhausting competition right across Australia.
Right. We go Kalgoorlie, Norseman, then right across Kimber, down to the Barossa Valley. Then we go Mildura, Broken Hill, across to Dubbo, and back home to Sydney.
This challenge is unique. Never in the 200-year history of hot air ballooning have flyers competed right across a country. In all, 600 people are taking part in a series of separate events, driving their huge balloons 6,000 kilometres from one side of Australia to the other. Ros and her team are out for a share of prize money which totals $40,000. It's 5:30 in the morning. Already the pilots and crews are being briefed for their first early morning flight. We're at Kalgoorlie, the historic gold mining town on the edge of the vast Nullarbor Desert. Balloonists hate strong winds, and yet they'll be plagued by them for much of the weeks ahead. Look at that smoke, visible proof of just how strong the wind is here. Worse still, today, most of the competitors get lost before they even take off, failing to find their launch spot in the maze of mining tracks.
We have a local who knows the names of the streets here. See, we don't have those on our map, but he's part of the Tourist Bureau and knows all these. We know where we want to be on our map. He knows how to follow.
So many competitors lose their way that only 2 out of every 3 of them finally takes part. And for those survivors, there's the new challenge of picking the right launch site. Hot air balloons fly at the mercy of the winds, and the skill needed today is working out where to launch so you're carried right over a predetermined target. For Roz and her all-female Australian team, the added handicap is that this is her balloon's maiden flight.
Rosie should have the map. Where's the folder, Rosie?
Retrieve number.
What about down here? What's this?
Churned up. The wind was much too strong for any of us to fly, and yet here I was risking a brand new $30,000 balloon. Unfortunately, the winds changed direction after takeoff, blowing us away from the target and over the Great Boulder Mine.
The hot air currents of the desert can turn dangerous quickly. Watch now as US competitor Alan Frankel is suddenly swept skywards in a killer thermal. Horrified by that threat, Roz and the rest of the crews touched down quickly. Only 4 managed to fly anywhere near the target, leading competitors to the next grueling challenge, driving their balloons up to 700 rugged kilometres every day to the next event.
Going across Australia, though, to have the variation of the drive and seeing the country this way for the first time and ballooning.
Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
The water comes in, leaches a lot of the minerals out of the surrounds, and it's because it's so vast, if there's a lot of water, this would just fill up, and then because of the high evaporation, just lose all the minerals, and all this white here.
So that's just salt?
Yeah. But that mirage there, that's many a man's died looking for that, I imagine.
But you do get the sensation that you are actually in a lake. I mean, I feel as though I'm in a lake without the water.
Certainly no mirage is this Aussie bushman, crewing for a US team.
I've been cracking whips for about 58 years. I've been an old drover. I've been droving for about 35 to 40 years, and I've cracked the whip nearly all my life. I'm 73-year-old, and I love this country. Yes, I never sleep in a bed. I don't like beds. I just dig a hole from my bottom, and I just throw the swag in the ground and sleep. And I sleep all night, peacefully. I like the good high ceilings.
The long, hard drive finally begins to take its toll.
The lug's sheared off, the wheel. Lost the wheel. Brake pads are gone. Other than that, it's not a bad morning.
I was sitting in the back of the camper, and then all of a sudden he hit the brakes, slammed on the brakes, and I looked up, and all I could see was the whole thing was on its side, and there was just stuff flying everywhere.
It's not a job, it's an adventure.
As we limp our way across
Igor. No, Igor.
Yeah, welcome to Australia.
After 5 long days of exhausting driving and ballooning, the entrants at last let their hair down. Strong winds had forced several flights to be cancelled. Tensions were running high until a party was organised smack bang in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, that's the Nullarbor steak, that one. It's got to have champagne and beer on it.
It's called the wombat type steak. Like we like to pour the champagne on, it just brings out the flavour of the wombat. We hit them with a car. We run over them with a car, so we get them while they're warm. That's the way to go.
I'm 27, but you know, it's been a hard life, you know. But we think the Australians have got everything sorted out. They have their priorities in order, that is party, and everything else seems to be secondary, and it's kind of hard to criticize that, actually.
Great, having a great time. I've never been out in the middle of nowhere before like this. Out in the middle of Nullarbor. I come all the way from New York.
Good day, how are you, mate? All right?
Good day, mate.
Konnichiwa.
Good day, mate. Good day, mate.
No. Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate. You gotta do that.
They partied through the night till sunrise. Feelings of relaxation that were to be quickly shattered because within 36 hours, many will be nursing bruises and broken bones.
Australian Balloon Challenge, and we do welcome you all here to Kimba, and we hope that you get in with the festivities and enjoy the day. For those of you that don't know where Kimba is between Sydney and Perth, about halfway. Brakes are on, all flaps are down. How wonderful.
Flying again. Here at Kimba, they're competing in an event known as the Hare and the Hounds, where this balloon will be chased by all of the other competitors. At the helm, Australia's Peter Council, a professional expedition organiser. Back on the ground, 61 teams are preparing to pursue Council. Precise timing here is vital. These competitors have to wait at least 10 minutes after the Hare balloon has been released before they can give chase. But then they have to be off the ground within 30 seconds of notifying officials. Failure to meet these strict rules means certain disqualification.
Come on, we've got 30 seconds. Go.
Our girls are amongst the first contenders away. Roz has made a very quick ascent and now has to pull her dump line to let out some hot air to level out.
2, 3. I want to try and get a little bit more on his track. I'm too far to the left at the moment. Those guys are getting a little bit more west direction.
What Roz is doing now is searching for the right breeze to close in on the Hare balloon. The winds blow in different directions depending on just how high you fly, and the expertise needed here is to pick the right altitude.
Quite a good direction. He's still a hell of a long way away.
Daryl Stewart, flying an Australian Army-sponsored balloon, is one of Roz's biggest opponents.
Is that you, Daryl? Yes. Hello there. Are you going back again? Bye-bye. I'm not sure. I just feel a little bit too far on the left. 135. Sorry? 135, which will be closer to the other side, so that should be quite good. What about, give us a couple of the others.
2,500's 140, 2,000's 172, 1,500's 163.
So it seems to me to be the really high ones that are going to swing around to
4,000's 100, goes back to 165.
Jackie's job is to plot the course and monitor the speed of the wind. It's picking up dramatically, and while there's no danger yet, there are growing fears about landing, fears that will prove well-founded. But first there's the task of throwing a marker over the spot where the hair balloon has landed.
We have to throw this little baby over the side and hit the cross in the centre. To be a real challenge in itself. Right? It's not too bad. Not too bad. I'll get some points. For my first attempt, that's not too bad. But we could have done better. We didn't do too bad. There's a few closer than me, though.
Right, move out.
Now, though, it's time to land. The wind is blowing at 20 knots, guaranteeing landings that will be fast and tough. Watching these dramatic touchdowns, Roz and crew are clearly worried. The rules stipulate they have to come down no more than half a kilometre from the target, regardless of conditions.
Okay, we're going to land just on the other side of the fence. Everyone ready? You ready, Damon? Quick, 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 quick. You ready? You ready? Hop that pallet light. Are you right? Yep. Damon, pull that line in. Pull it in. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Someone give me a hand, please. Pull on it. Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. Hands. Pull your boot. Can you straighten your burner up?
You all right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, it's so... Get away. That's a girl. Geez, you're a strong little woman.
Please stop. I mean, can we stop pulling, or do we need to get to that battle? I always wanted dessert. Dirt for dessert.
Dirt for dessert. No, you're right, Dad, but hang on to it for a second. Well, I get out. Look at Dog, will you? Poor doggy. That's what you get when you go flying, my boy. Oh, wow. That was something fantastic. Oh. My goodness.
These peaceful after-flight moments are precious because in the flight ahead, some balloonists will be seriously injured.
Big wave.
5,000 people live around Kimber. Today, they all come together to throw our balloonists the biggest party the town has ever seen.
I've got a lovely bunch, of what have I got? Everyone you throw will make you rich. There's past me wife, the idol of me life, singing roller, 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 penny of pitch.
The children even turned on their own display of balloons. And in true Aussie style, a race of reluctant stumpy-tailed lizards.
Done, all done. Go! Hello, they all dropped out. Now what are they going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Number 7's backing out. Number 7, what's his name? That's the report. That's the report, if you're going to make it. That's the report coming second to Broken Bookie. That's the report, go through, go through. That's the report, one to go. That's the report. We still got second and third, number 8. Number 8. Go!
By evening, the celebrations are in full swing, starting with a beer barrel race. A display of costumes by the American crews.
This is a Mardi Gras party, I understand, and this mask was bought in New Orleans, Louisiana, USA.
It's a tootie hat.
I call it the turd hat. It just kind of looks like cow droppings to me.
And a genuine old-time outback dance. Dawn at Kimber. The wind is already blowing at 15 knots, double the accepted safe maximum for takeoff. It's sheer madness to launch today, but many will take the risk anyway, threatening their balloons and their own lives.
There were guys this morning who took off, and if you stood next to them, you could almost smell the excitement, the adrenaline that they had in them, and you could see their faces, and they turned around to the crowd and they went, hey! Because they knew they'd gone past their limit. And that's exciting to see.
Many balloons are already damaged. Others collide on takeoff. All leave at very high speed, while the Japanese are up, up and back down. Ross's team confront problems of their own.
With these, this is called the crown of the balloon. We're having trouble with the Velcro tags on the crown. Each time we go to inflate the balloon, they're actually dragging out, and it causes a lot of the wind that's being blown into the balloon to come straight through it and doesn't allow it to bellow out. And it's partly because of the windy conditions that we're trying to launch this balloon in at the moment.
That morning in Kimber really was the first time as a team we really got it together, and we were working in conditions that were really putting us to the test, and to me that's what the challenge was all about.
It's the most beautiful country to fly in, this. Wide open spaces.
Commercially flying, you don't put people into a windy condition like this. It's just a no-go situation. This is a crazy situation that people flew in this. Well, legally in Australia, we're not allowed to fly over 12 knots, legally. And there was 15 knots there this morning or better. I think it's just a peer pressure thing that once one balloon went off, you know, just $20,000, let's say. That's all they're chasing.
As we were coming down, like we were having a sort of an angle to the paddock, and you could watch the paddock getting bigger and bigger, and as you came over the hills, the trees just seemed to scoot by, and next thing we hit, and then it's like this, it's sort of everything shudders through the whole basket goes wah, 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 we all sort of hanging on.